This is a very, very scary video, and the sad part is it's a reality of the job that law enforcement officers do every single day. These officers are at a hotel responding to a domestic disturbance that's occurring in one of the rooms. They encounter a suspect who's on scene who's also in violation of a restraining order. But what's interesting here, as you guys begin to watch the video, there's always a lot of moving parts anytime you go on scene. You have a room that you're supposed to be responding to, but then you have a guy that's walking away from that room. So you don't know if he's involved in this scenario, if he is. Very, very interesting scenario to break down and dissect, so let's get into it.
What's up, man? Oh, gotta go that way.
How you doing?
You stay here?
Negative. I'm waiting for my girl.
What room is she living?
The next one over there.
Oh, okay.
Hey, can I stop in here? Yes, sir.
Stop me, please, for it.
Done? Yeah. All right. Just hang tight with us real quick. Yes, sir. Can I just give her a call or something? Is it cool? Sir? Can I just give her a call? Like, sorry. Who a call? My girl? Who's your girl? She's in there.
Now, if you guys have watched my videos for any amount of time, I've talked to you guys so many times about stall tactics of suspects, where suspects are trying to stall. They're either trying to reach around for paperwork, they're looking around, they're asking you questions that don't make sense. It's all a way to stall because in their mind, they're trying to process their next moves. Now, why would a person ask if he can call his girlfriend when the officers are getting ready to talk to her? Like, that's not a logical question if you ask me. So if you ask me, he's stalling. Let's continue.
Yes, sir. Can I just give her a call or something? Is it cool? Sir? Can I just give her a call? Like, sorry. Who a call? My girl? Who's your girl? She's in there. What's her name? She's right there. Can I give her a call? Is it Boo?
Not right now.
Oh, come on, boss. It's. Please. Hey, stop. Hold on. I'm hit. You okay? I'm hit.
Pop quiz time. What is it that I always say that you need to see because these two things will kill you? Yes, you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times. Hands kill. Now, did you guys or are you guys getting nervous when you guys see him digging through his bag like I am? You see, this is one of the reasons why we tell people stop going into stuff, stop going into pockets, stop going into bags, because as long as I can see your hands, it doesn't mean that you're no longer a threat, but at least I know that my threat level goes down a little bit because as long as I can see your hands and nothing in them, I know that you can't try to grab a weapon and kill me or shoot me. The other thing that's important to highlight in this video is the fatal funnel. It's been a while since I've talked about what the fatal funnel is. In law enforcement, we consider the fatal funnel doorways or hallways because there's really no place for a person to go if you get into a gun battle with them. And in this situation in San Jose, as they are dealing with this suspect, he pulls a gun out as he's running away and he starts to shoot at the officers in the hallway. Now, because there's no doors that are open or even unlocked, these officers are caught in the fatal funnel, which makes it so much more easier for the suspect to actually hit the officers. In this situation, a couple of the officers were actually hit. One of the officers went to the hospital with major life-threatening injuries. Very, very sad ordeal that took place as they're handling a domestic disturbance. One of the other things that I've mentioned again before is that domestic violence calls for service are some of the most dangerous calls. A couple of things to know about this suspect. This suspect had multiple charges for domestic violence and domestic history. He had 2 felony warrants out for his arrest for domestic abuse. Because he was a felon, he was involved. He shouldn't have had a firearm, and so he was a felon in possession of a stolen firearm. So the charges that this person and the history that this person had under his rap sheet were very, very extensive. So these officers were dealing with a very dangerous person. But I want to fast forward to the very end of this video because there's one last thing I want to highlight before we wrap it up. Let's watch.
Hey, I got a guy over here. Hey, show me your hands. Show me your hands. Hands, fucking hands. Okay, put it up. You got eyes on his right hand? Hey, hold, everybody hold. I got rifle, I got lethal. Stay lethal on that side. I got hands. Stop, hold. Someone go less lethal. I'll go less lethal. I got less lethal. Ready? Okay, move up. Hey, hey, you say, stay lethal on that side. I got hands. Stop, hold. Someone go less lethal. Someone go less lethal. I got lethal. Stop, hold. Someone go less lethal. I got hands. I got hands. Move up. Get the fuck on yourself. Get the fuck on yourself. Don't you fucking move. Don't fucking move. Don't fucking move. Stop fighting us.
I'm not, sir. I'm not fighting you.
Stop fucking fighting me.
I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you, sir. I'm not fighting you, sir.
So after the suspect shot at the officers, he went and jumped through the hotel window, jumps down to the ground, and they end up finding him hiding in a bush. Let me paint a humanistic picture for you for 1 second as I describe this last segment of the video. Imagine your friend, your partner, your coworker being shot and almost killed and potentially going to die in a hospital. Imagine you being shot by somebody. The humanistic reaction makes you want to say, look, I'm going to get revenge and I'm going to avenge my partner, my brother, my sister, whoever it may be, or I'm going to avenge my own family member because you tried to take my life. You see, even though officers may very well have these feelings as they encounter him hiding in this bush, and some of them may even have the feeling like, I'm not going to let him survive this encounter because they're human. And I want you to understand that humanistic standpoint, it doesn't mean they can act on the emotions that they are experiencing in this segment. Now, although are those emotions right, wrong, or indifferent? If you ask me, they're right to have whatever emotions they have, but they cannot act on those emotions because they're still professional. And these officers were able to take this guy into custody without shooting or killing him, despite having what he just did to their fellow partners. And the reason I bring this up is because I think it's very important for you guys to notate how well and how highly trained our officers are at doing what they do. Even though they're experiencing a high level of emotions and maybe experiencing a vengeful spirit and wanting to get vengeance for their friends or their partners, they can't do that because they're still professionals, and they were able to take this guy into custody without further incident, even after he just tried to murder their partners. I think it's a very, very humanistic thing to talk about. Some might criticize me of why I'm even bringing that up. Some may even say like, that's wrong for them to experience that. But until you've been on the receiving end of this, and you've been on scene where a person is actively trying to murder somebody that you love and you care about, it's very, very easy for you to say the things on the other end where it's like they shouldn't feel that way, as opposed to just dealing with what reality is of how these officers are feeling in this moment in time. So I don't know what the current status is of that officer that had the major injuries present. If you guys are aware, let me know in the comment section below. This suspect ended up going to the hospital and ended up living. And so this was a dangerous scenario that we experience on a day-to-day basis. I think it's a scenario that we actually might recreate in our Switch episodes. So stay tuned.